So I wasn't going to make another video today, but then I saw this and I just can't help myself. Why? Because woke Twitter is absolutely going crazy. They can't help themselves. They thought they had Gina Carano canceled, and now apparently they don't. This is just the beginning, as Gina Carano posts, "Welcome to the rebellion. Welcome to the rebellion indeed. Fun times." So hey there to you, by the way. Now this video I want to record because I had an epiphany of sorts last night. I was sitting on a live stream on the quartering, and I was noticing how many people from all different walks of life were coming together to talk about this situation. You not only had the YouTubers there, but you had 10,000 people listening at one point, and the lowest point that it got to, even at the end, was around 5,000 people. I mean, you had that many folks, again, from all walks of life, coming together, saying everything that we're seeing was absolutely wrong. And yeah, that unity there, that support there, it allows things like this. Gina Carano to produce and star in an upcoming film from the Daily Wire. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. So actress Gina Carano is partnering with the Daily Wire to produce and star in an upcoming film exclusively for Daily Wire members. This is smart, by the way. Very smart move. Why? Because it capitalizes on everything that's been going on, and it takes that momentum you've seen where people are canceling Disney Plus memberships, and it gives them somewhere to funnel that money. Make no mistake, too. I mean, Disney, they may not be hungry at almost having 100 million subscribers, but a lot of people out there are. And you know what? You can go and you can chip away at companies that will not respect you as a consumer or that go out and showcase double standards like this. Carano and the Daily Wire announced the new partnership on Friday, 2 days after the actress was ousted from a role in Disney Star Wars spin-off show The Mandalorian. Disney cut the actress on Wednesday in what critics allege was a politically motivated hit. It was indeed, by the way. I mean, for the last few years, we have seen anything tied to Disney, whether that be Marvel, Star Wars, or on. These folks that are tied to it, they can do anything that they want. They can act as repugnant as possible. As long as they issue the right buzzwords, they can talk about politics until the sun goes down. But apparently it only works one way. Apparently, if you go out and you laugh at the stupid, you point your finger and you say, that over there is absurd, yeah, that's going to get you ousted. And it shouldn't, but hey, that's Disney, apparently. So here's what Gina Carano had to say on that. The Daily Wire is helping make one of my dreams to develop and produce my own film come true. I cried out and my prayer was answered. I am sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I have only just begun using my voice, which is now freer than ever before, and I hope it inspires others to do the same. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. Now, I like this message first and foremost because Gina Carano is actually noting something positive. And if you think about everything that has happened to her recently, man, it would be hard to be positive during that. See, I've seen this cancel culture mob myself. You know, I've had them come for my life and livelihood. And I can tell you, when we're watching this detached, you can feel how messed up it is. But you can't imagine being in the maelstrom until it actually happens. I was lucky too. I actually had things like a company that would stand up for me. Gina Carano didn't. In fact, I don't think that company actually caved to the totalitarian mob. I believe that they are part of it. They are front and center. They were the ones carrying the torches and the pitchforks saying, hey, here's a monster that we can burn down. I mean, that has to be a frightening ordeal. Now, I haven't watched Run, Hide, Fight yet, but the new project that they're talking about here is being produced as part of the Daily Wire's partnership with Dallas Sonnier, I think that's his name, and his production company, Bonfire Legend. Now, they put out their first movie in January 2021 called Run, Hide, Fight. Like I said, I haven't seen anything with that, but I'm curious about it. Daily Wire co-founder and editor Ben Shapiro welcomed Carano, touting her work as an actress and slamming Disney for cutting the star for quote-unquote offending the authoritarian Hollywood left. I call those progressives, by the way. When I talk about that, I'm not talking about liberals. I'm talking about extremists. I do not cater to extremists on any side of something. As I've said, I freaking hate politics. I hate that we're talking about something that was politically motivated. But at the end of the day, it was. It totally was. You'd have to be in denial not to see it there. We could not be more excited to be working with Gina Carano, an incredible talent dumped by Disney and Lucasfilm for offending the authoritarian Hollywood left. This is what Daily Wire exists to do, provide an alternative not just for consumers, but for creators who refuse to bow to the mob. We're eager to bring Gina's talents to Americans who love her, and we're just as eager to show Hollywood if they want to keep canceling those who think differently, they'll just be helping us build the X-Wing to take down their Death Star. Now, I absolutely love this portion of the statement, by the way, because companies like Disney, they are building the instrument of their demise. I've been saying for a long time, too, these companies are not hungry anymore. Disney, they have 100 million subscribers across Disney Plus. They think that they don't need your money. Therefore, they can go out and they can do anything they want, and they can do it with impunity. We've seen that attitude from other Disney subsidiaries, like, say, Marvel, for example. We saw comic pros that would call you a Nazi. They would try to go out. They would dox people, threaten people. They would do some of the most repugnant things imaginable. And when you say something about that, they try to cancel you too. They also would make an inferior product. That's why people like myself actually make comic books, because we love comic books and we're still hungry. We know what people want. We try to cater to that. That's a shameless plug, by the way. Check out our comic book in the description. But yeah, I mean, seriously, this message here, it's one that all of these corporations have forgotten, and you're going to see more and more people moving into the arena, and hey, I'm proud of that idea. Now, this is a statement, by the way, that was supposedly a bridge too far. Listen to this here. We were hearing how repugnant, how horrible it is, because it's comparing Republicans to Jews. But really look at this and see what it's saying. Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them for simply being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Now, I want you to really think about this message for just a second. This message, it isn't right or left. This is about right or wrong. The government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? It's not talking about one side in that. It's talking about any side. It's talking about hating somebody because you're convinced that they're other, they're different. And you know what? We're more similar than you can imagine. I mean, that's a message of unity. Unite. Don't divide. And that could get you fired these days. And the responses to this, they were absolutely repugnant. So I'm proud of Gina Carano to go out and get a job. I'm proud that somebody hired her and quickly. It's a smart business move, but also this is a situation that needed to be rectified and rectified immediately. And you know what? I'm glad it is. That's not a political view either. I've seen a lot of craziness going on in the last few years, and it keeps getting crazier. This stuff, it doesn't need to be happening. People should be able to live. People should be able to express their points, express them freely. Again, the world, it has gone insane. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. I appreciate the heck out of you. I'm not going to sit here and ramble all day. I will say, though, if you want to help out the channel, you want to check out something, again, that's an alternative to these corporate behemoths. Check out our comic book, too. We've tried to put together the best thing that we could. It closes down the day after Valentine's Day, but that's the way you fight this stuff. You come up with alternatives, and people, they have to back you. So check that out if you want to, but I appreciate you listening nonetheless. Regardless, thank you. I appreciate you. Leave your comments too, and I'll see you soon.